Reserve time.
As you can see from the law team name, they're actually aiming for 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, they won game 1, so this will be their game to win to get into the finals. Bans from Ricky and Shadow Demon, same as the first game.
Pretty normal bans. Nothing too surprising right here.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
So actually there's another game going on, USP and Arts. Again, very interesting drafting from them. Arts picked Phoenix, a Pudge, Sand King, Drow Ranger, and Templar Assassin. And yes, the tri-lane Pudge, Phoenix, and Drow Ranger is actually doing quite well. It's a Scorching Talent hook on the Pudge, so probably...
Yeah, this Pudge play is actually insanely good, so during the downtime of this draft, you can maybe check out the game, you know. Pretty decent game right here.
Yeah, we'll be posting the game what we post.
Yeah.
Dire Team's turned to ban.
And that's Arcana Laguna, so Cherokee on the Lina for USP side. I will be hopefully posting up the game somewhere for you to catch it. USP with
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, us is leading 1-0 and they are looking to take game 2.
5 seconds remaining.
Got Savage on the Drow getting a double kill.
You're using up your reserve time.
Really working out nicely. USP side has Lina, Shadow Demon, Kotal, Morphling, and Dying, and seems like
Radiant Team's turn to pick.
they're not doing too well.
Faceless Void.
And back
Dire
to
Team's turn
this pick. Faceless Void picked up by Engin.
Yeah, so I think it's probably going to be a denied pick. They probably fade away from themselves and they don't want the Agent Taki to be playing Void because his Void performances have been pretty great so far in this tournament.
Yeah, and most of the teams have been playing a safe lane Void for this IFG tournament.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of off-lane Void. The Voids have been almost exclusively safe lane, so we see a double pickup of Sven and Elder Titan. I think they went for Sven because they recognized last game their offlane bear was getting way too much and they were a stronger safe laner to be able to deal with the opponent offlane, so they picked up the Sven, and Elder Titan is just another standard pick. But as you saw from last game, the Elder Titan was actually, the weaknesses of Elder Titan was actually exposed because it's a safe lane melee support that can't do much to zone out the offlane, so yeah, that's why the Lone Druid actually got way too much out of the lane.
And I think you said this earlier, I think on previous days, Ben needs to have a really high network lead over the opponent.
Yeah, because he's a pretty kiteable hero. He needs to be at least 2 or 3k go of the opponent carry, and he can do so with his ancient stack, so we'll see how he fares.
So if this Faceless Void is going to be on the safe lane, might need to go for farming build and create space, and have space created from him. So just see how Engin plays it. Looking for the second pick for Engin. They actually banned out the Sand King again.
Yeah, it's a respect ban from Shikai.
Yeah, Shikai Sand King.
Yeah, playing insanely well.
Dire Team ban.
Interesting.
Venomancer here. Maybe this is some sort of pocket strat that we have not seen before. It's pretty unconventional hero. Yeah, I'm not too sure why they picked Venomancer.
Yeah, Venomancer actually deals a lot of magic damage, which
10 seconds
could be
remaining.
good for the Void Chrono.
Yeah, but usually you want burst damage within the Chrono. The Poison Nova actually takes quite a while to kick in, so we'll see where this Veno goes, whether he'll be a support Veno or perhaps even a mid Veno, which is not the worst of things because the Aghanim Scepter is insanely strong on this hero.
Yeah, they might be using some cheese strat with the Veno wards, pumping a lot of skill points into that for an early push.
Yep.
But let's just wait for the draft. Huska ban on for Law and Meepo, respect ban, I guess.
Team's turn to ban.
I'm not sure who plays it.
Yeah. Not sure, but they probably did their research and realized there was a Meepo play in Law, so they just want to ban it out. And maybe they want to pick heroes that are not too good against Meepo, so they just elect to ban it out
10 seconds
instead of leaving it in the
remaining.
pool.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I should have seen that one coming.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, and actually they ban out the Huskar and the
10
Oracle.
seconds remaining.
battle.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they would ban the Oracle after they just banned out the
5
Huskar,
seconds
but I
remaining.
think they are afraid of some sort of saves coming up from the Radiant side because they actually banned SD too. So
Dire team's turn to pick.
maybe they want to pick something that allows them to just jump in and pick up a hero straight off the bat, and they do not want to deal with the Oracle.
Yeah, and Invoker banned from Engine. I think they're fearing the mid player, and
Yeah, the 6.7k
10 seconds
Invoker
remaining.
right here. Perhaps
Yeah.
they are fearing that.
and I don't think they're
5
picking
seconds
Invoker for
remaining.
themselves. So
Yeah,
they
pretty standard ban. And Invoker is not the worst hero with Sven because you always have a
Reserve
2-second stun and allows for a lot of burst damage. And when Sven gets a dagger, you can
Radiant
also kill
team's
one.
turn to pick.
Lion pickup from Law is
Yeah, we
quite a good
actually
support.
we actually seen a pretty good Lion performance yesterday from a law game that we casted. So yeah, pretty good support that can do a lot of work with his swing dagger.
10 seconds
Good lockdown for
remaining.
the Faceless Void too.
Yeah, the lockdown is long enough for Faceless Void not
5
being
seconds
able
remaining.
to backtrack that damage.
Yeah.
So let's just see how he plays the Lion.
Reserve
I
time.
think Salt the support saved him. Not wrong.
Yeah, sort the support should be playing the Lion.
Earth Spirit.
Dire team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, it's a Earth Spirit pickup from
Reserve time.
Engine.
Alright, so this looks like some of the first Earth Spirit we have ever seen in this tournament. So Earth Spirit has been receiving nerfs throughout the past few patches, but he's still a pretty potent hero, and we'll see what they can do with this Earth Spirit.
Yeah, Earth Spirit provides a lot of utility for the team, and I guess Engine's going for some DOT stretch for the Earth Spirit.
Oh, and a Clockwork
Oh.
pickup.
Radiant
Alright, the
team's
Clockwork is
turn to
actually pretty interesting here. It does not combine too well with the Sven pick, but it's pretty good against Earth Spirit and Venomancer.
I guess the Clockwork could do a hook into the cops to push back the heroes, but
10 seconds
clogging
remaining.
up a hero would probably make the Sven quite useless.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Not a whole lot of synergy, but definitely a decent cloud game. He has a
You're
few
using
targets
up
that
your
he can
reserve time.
pick on when he gets his 6.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Going back to the point of the Earth Spirit, I think this hero actually provides a lot of mobility early game, so you can
Dire
actually
team's turn to
gank the
ban.
lanes, and they actually picked up a mid laner that has a pretty high burst potential, so look for the Earth Spirit to gank mid when the Zeus hits around level 3 or level 5.
Yeah, and the Zeus pickup is really good with Faceless Void, as Zeus really
10
needs a
seconds
frontliner
remaining.
to tank up the damage while he deals all the hero damage.
5
Yeah.
seconds
He can
remaining.
dish out a shit ton of damage from the back, so
Reserve time.
Yeah, that's right. But I think the weakness of the engine draft is that they are very magic based, so it might be countered by a pack pick or mechanism pickup. Yeah, you can see Earth Spirit, Zeus, and Venomancers are heavily magic damage, and Void doesn't actually do a lot of right click damage until he gets about 3 items or something like that.
yeah, and they don't have a reliable stun on engine side.
They do have Chrono.
they have.
Yeah, they have chrono. The Earth Spirit stun is not too reliable since it travels very extremely slow now. So yeah, they only have the chrono for them. They might want to pick perhaps pick an offlane that can provide some sort of more lockdown for the team or some reliable stuns.
Yeah, and I guess Engine banned out that meeple because Sticker played a really sick meeple against against one of the games yesterday, and they ended the game in 17 minutes. So I guess it's a respect ban for them. Timbersaw
Radiant team
banned for 2 years in a row. Lord.
I think they banned the Timbersaw because you see there are like actually three strength heroes on the law
Radiant
side,
team's
so
turn
they
to
may be
pick.
throwing the Timbersaw track and a Storm ban because as we said before, they lack reliable stuns, reliable lockdown, and they do not want to deal with this Storm Spirit.
What do they need for Engine?
10
They could
seconds
put the void
remaining.
offlane, they could just use it as a form of disable and pick a damage dealing
5 seconds remaining.
safe lane while the 4 heroes actually make space for him, or they could the void on the safe lane.
Yeah,
So they really decide to put
Dire
the void
team's
on
turn to
offlane,
pick.
Spectre on the safe lane. So this is a classic global strat from Spectre and Zeus.
Yeah, so I guess Engine's lineup is it's not bad. Spectre can just farm his lane while the 4 other heroes
10
create some
seconds
team
remaining.
fight somewhere else, and he can just contain.
Yeah, so as long as the 4
5 seconds remaining.
take a team fight and the outcome of the team fight is somewhat equal, it'll be good for the Spectre. And a last pick Juggernaut mid.
The mid
Juggernaut against a Zeus. There's a lot of Q potential here, I feel. In the Juggernaut versus Zeus matchup when you pick up your boots. So, but then again, the Zeus will just stay back. So I think it'll be just trading farm overall. I don't think the Osprey and the Zeus can actually kill the Juggernaut. So a decent pick here with a mid that scales very well into late game. So I think it'll be trading of farm in the mid lane, and don't think this Clockwork will be able to get much of the off lane. Don't think the Void will be able to get much of an off lane. So I think it will be a pretty passive early game.
Yeah, and the job pickup at mid is quite good as the Spirit not able to rotate mid easily.
Yeah, he's pretty much ungankable.
Yeah, he can just spin off the slow from the roll.
Yeah.
And
10 seconds
the stun
remaining.
from Earth Spirit has a really slow projectile speed,
Yep.
so
5
he can
seconds
definitely
remaining.
react against that. So who has the better draft here?
I think as I said, it's much easier for Law to play this lineup. I feel what they need to do is they just need to keep the lane static. They need to reach the mid game and but they do not have any mech carriers. I think. Who was the offlane again?
Law. Law's off lane would be. I have shocking memory.
Do they actually have a mech or sort of a pipe carrier? Because it might be a problem for them. But then again, conversely, the Sven traditionally picks up a BKB, Juggernaut has spin, so they're not that worried about magic damage. But I think this draft is pretty equal, and it will be down to how both teams execute.
Yeah, Shika is on the Clockwork in off lane, so
yeah, let's see what this Clockwork can do. They actually might opt to put the Elder Titan, or they might rotate the Elder Titan bottom with the Clockwork and the Elder Titan gets level 2. 56 Elder Titan set right here. So the thing about the nature of the team fights in the mid game is that when you look at the Radiance, they have a lot of damage over time. They want to kite around. Those can input lots of damage. So they would want a long drawn out fight where they can just kite around, get the Earth Spirit and Venomancer damage in. While conversely, Law wants to burst heroes. They want to hook in. They want to get a finger off. They want to Sven to blink in with a stun and 2-hit someone. So if the fight draws up too long, I think the advantage will be on Engine. But if Law is able to burst down key heroes from the Engine side, I think this will be a relatively easy game for Law.
yeah, and looking at the items of Faceless Void, he has the Elder Timebreaker.
Oh, this actually costs a shit ton.
This best offlane key 7k MMR Bobbers, happy birthday 2016, you fool. This is the Bobber Void. So Timebreaker right there with the Immortals duo.
Yep.
Aeons.
Let the fighting
Alright, so the game is started. Let's see. there'll be any level 1 smokes and shenanigans going on. Ghost Spirit picks up a smoke. Oh, it's interesting. Zeus actually picks up a Winlay, so he's pretty afraid of the Jug potentially spinning him to death in the mid lane. So he wants to keep his distance. And the Jug actually goes for a Quelling Blade on top of the stick. I don't actually agree with the Quelling Blade here, but I guess it's fine. The Zeus won't be contesting you for the last 6 anyways, but maybe he wants to actually deny the creeps to the Quelling Blade. I still do not agree with this Quelling Blade. Perhaps more regen, another set of triangles will be better, but I think it's fine overall. We'll probably upgrade to their magic one soon. So we see the Elder Titan and the clock were actually moving down. Whose ward is that? That's the
This is a dire ward.
that.
So they block off the camp.
They choose not to block off the camp.
So they see the runes.
Yeah, but they want some vision of the rune spot. So like I said, it will be a dual lane bot from the looks of it. And I think the bot will actually be fine in this top lane. Not actually going to be worse lane, but when Sven gets levels in his cleave, then it'll start being a problem for them. So Engin is actually going for top rune while forfeiting the bot lane. Pretty unconventional because teams usually go for the runes on their safe lane, but I guess this works out. They trade the mid trade runes.
And the 2 supports are rotating bottom.
And just look at what the Lord support is doing in the mid lane. He's actually blocking the creeps for the Juggernaut so that it ends up on his high ground. And this is actually good play from the support. While we don't see the Engin doing this, it's extremely important in games because you always want the high ground, because if the Juggernaut has the high ground now, you can actually run at Zeus and see the sort of the support is trading hits with Earthquake. I think he might be in trouble if the Gale hits. The Gale hits, I think he's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna try to storm and run out. The Venomancer doesn't actually manage to juke the stun, but I think the Gale is enough. Spectral Dagger comes in and sort of the support goes down,
First blood goes to
roaming Earthquake,
Earthquake, and Engin gets.
They're way too aggressive from sort of support. Not entirely sure what he was trying to achieve. He did not have a control so that was a huge mistake for him giving up. He go to the Earthquake, probably gives him his boots or something, and we see the line. He's gonna walk behind the tower, or is he gonna walk back? I think he's trying to set up a gank, actually. Oh, the Zeus actually sniffed this out. If he's stunned, he's actually going to die.
The Juggernaut is...
the Juggernaut, Juggernaut suspects something.
Just running out the Zeus, he has to go a long way. And going into the Elder Titan...
Oh, the Elder Titan gonna get the stun. He needs the body. Is he gonna get the stun off?
Oh, he gets
the stun off. Are they going to get the Zeus? Did you click him a few times before they stun? Or I think they got the Zeus. They got the Zeus right here. Oh, the Elder Titan actually, he fucks up.
He cancels the
animation,
but
that
he
was...
has Winlays.
Yeah, he has Winlays. He is faster than Zeus. Is he gonna chase the old man Zeus down? Oh, he actually misses the storm. I think that was that was a pretty big misplay. The Elder Titan should have stood on top of the cliff, anticipating that the Zeus ran up so that he did not miss any hit. And
they're going.
They managed to degrade, and I think the line is, does Earthquake have a All Venom?
No, the Earthquake does.
He has the All Venom. That's why the line.
And also tries to save his bro.
Yeah, there's some pretty big misplays coming on from the Law support, and the Engin supports are fully capitalizing on it, getting 2 kills.
Yeah, and let's just look at the Juggernaut.
Can we look at the last hit? Last hit Juggernaut, as expected, Juggernaut has free reign over this lane with his Quelling Blade. And with his healing watch, he's actually not too scared of the Zeus harass in his magic wand. So, as I said, this was a good pickup mid, prevents the ganks, and can just trade farm with the Zeus, and is also more useful than the Zeus later on.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually gets a storm. Gets a storm off. Is the Juggernaut going to spin?
His boot yet.
But I think the Earthquake rolls in. Is he gonna start? Oh, he spins off.
He uses his Fairy Fire, but he might just survive this, and he is dead.
I actually think what the Earthquake could have done, he should have stunned when he was rolling in. So perhaps a slight misplay from the Earthquake player. You should always stun when you're rolling in to disguise the stun. But the Juggernaut goes down there. Too aggressive play, I would say. What's the Zeus movement speed? Can we take a look? I think he has pretty good movement speed, the Winlays. So we can see the Winlays is paying off 315. How much movement speed does Juggernaut have?
Juggernaut does not have boots at the moment, I think. So that's 305.
Yeah, so we can see the Winlays actually fully paying off there, saving his ass there. So good pick up.
Yeah, and Void is actually
the Void is actually doing pretty well. He has level 4, Because the line actually went to gang it, so not a whole lot of support to zone out the void. The void is going aggressive.
Oh, and
Stun up. Yeah, I think the void will be fine. He should time walk up, and they actually get the line kill. It's gonna be a storm.
Connect onto the void.
Does he have time walk? I think the void should go down. The Venomancer needs to do some very nice body block here.
But they
Mangoes into the stun, but I think the Venomancer is fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But he wastes his heal.
Not the worst trade from the void because he actually threw on the support and frees up his lane because he knows that the both the supports are. Oh, and next the rune. This Austrian player is actually doing insane amounts of work in the early game, tagging the rune, setting up 2 kills. So great plays from this Austrian player.
So the boost is coming in.
Yeah, finally gets the follow. Finally gets the win. He'll probably the circle. Yeah.
Let's see.
The Spectre is going. Oh, the Tower is going aggressive on the Spectre. I think the Tower can get this kill. Alright, Mr. Shikai does it once again on the top lane, punishing this Spectre player.
Shikai Gaming is actually
Shikai Gaming is winning the game from off lane. That's the name of the game right here for now. Very good play from the Clockwork player. Getting a solo kill on the Spectre.
The Shikai is doing so much work.
Yeah, he's actually doing insane amounts.
The Venomancer is coming in for the Gale.
I think he's fine. He's fine. He's insanely tanky with the Tranquil Boots and 900 HP. So we can see that there's actually a decent stack here, but I wonder who's gonna farm it. You know, they do not have very good pick here. Well, he actually turn off the Gale. He actually.
There's 2 of them inside, so the.
I actually think he can mango and to the next wave coming.
No.
I think that was a slight mistake. He should have mangoed and hooked to the incoming.
Yeah, that's actually correct. He could have done that.
Yeah, and he actually bought 4 TPs in panic because he didn't want to lose his unreliable goal. So yeah, now he has 4 TPs.
Yeah, and
not too sure what he's gonna do with the 4 TPs, but
that Battery Assault wasn't doing anything against the 2 heroes.
Yeah, there were 2 heroes there, but it's still okay. He actually got the solo kill on the Spectre. It's not the worst. Coming out now. Can we look at the last season? Yeah, as expected, the Sven and the Juggernaut are leading in terms of last hits. The Zeus only has 19 last hits, which is you expect him to get more, but they actually fight. Oh, actually, the Juggernaut used his Omni Slash, but he did not manage to get the kill on it.
The Juggernaut has a haste boost and he might.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just chop him down. He should put the healing ward down now. He's gonna continue. He actually a slight miss micro there from his Juggernaut. And the power comes in. 2-man top. I think the 2 are gonna die. And the speed comes out. And I think both of them are once again Shikai making the big plays right here from the location.
Wow.
Just wow from this Shikai player.
Shikai player is so good, look at that.
Insanely good Clockwork player right here.
The satellite is even like following him, so good.
Leaves the room for his mate. Yeah, great plays coming from Shikai. So, Law asserting their dominance, you can compare the impacts of the off lane. The Clockwork is actually doing a lot more than the Void here. And the Void does not even have 6, so you can see he just hit 6 pretty stuff on level. So, he should look to set something up with his Chrono Spear right now. Should really aim to do something with the Chrono Spear. As I said before, good players maximize their ultis when they're out, so you honestly really want to do something when you have the Chrono Spear. And this Zeus is not even 6, so yeah, he can
this
down for level.
Actually over confident.
I don't think he dies. I think the Zeus is fine.
Yeah, it's 5 seconds of Omni Slash, but let's see whether he gets the
he gets the stun. I think the Lion
the connect and the Lion.
Yeah, the Lion not a whole lot he can do. But it's the double stun, but the Zeus ulti comes in. But he actually gonna trick his life mid,
The Alice hasn't gets a kill. The Spectre popped in for the Sven kill.
Can he actually get agent? Okay, I think the agent comes in. Is he gonna be fine? He's actually insanely tanky. The sun comes out. It's a triple chrono, but actually Chronos is made in, Actually managed to chrono his mate in, so not too sure from that. Yeah, great cop there, cop in the Void player, and now the Void, the Juggernaut pursues the Void, pursues the Spectre. Is he gonna get the Spectre? The Spectre daggers through. I think he's fine. Unless he can get the cop.
He's a rocket player, but nothing else. And
I think the Spectre is fine. So pretty awkward engagement in top. Who comes up ahead? I think it's pretty even in terms of gold, pretty even in terms of XP. Yeah, pretty even trade. Just that the Sven dies and the Spectre lives, so pretty good for the Radiant team.
Yeah, that was actually a great TP reaction from from Dire team.
Yeah, 2k MMR tips, boys. Always carry TP scrolls.
Yes, sir.
And this Zeus is actually insanely poor right now. Sure, if he will be able to output enough damage, he actually needs some way of getting back into the game. And we can see there's actually a 2k experience lead and about 2.5k goal lead for the Law team. So I think we should take a look at support levels right now. The Lion is pretty starved on levels. He's just level 3 in 9 minutes. Yeah, he actually needs to get more levels on the Lion player right now. And how about the Radiant supports? Are they doing well for themselves? The Venomancer is 4, slightly better. How about the Earthquake? Does he have that crucial level 6? Or he's level 4 too? So yeah, the supports are pretty starved on levels, I would say. And that's probably because they've been doing a lot of roaming, trying to create pressure and not been pulling a lot. So this Troll is actually level 8. He's actually pretty farmed right now. And he should sense that something is up. He should not go for this vector right now because the supports are not showing any lane and they should expect something going on. Oh, actually, is he gonna go on the Venomancer? Is he gonna go on the Venomancer? He decides against it.
So he knows that.
Yeah, conserve. Oh, but actually, see the Juggernaut actually staying the stack. He's getting insanely low from the stack. This might be a mistake from the Juggernaut. Is he gonna die?
And
he dies. Yeah, that's a very big mistake from the Juggernaut.
That was an overconfident play from the Juggernaut.
Yeah, we need to take into account that, actually the Zeus actually gets another kill on the Lion, so a good place from the Earthquake once again, getting the Lion while the Lion was trying to get his level 6.
Yeah, he's gonna get his arcane boost right after this, so...
But yeah, Juggernaut is not a very good at clearing the stacks because there are actually magic resistance creeps now, which limits your damage on the end. That's why he took so much damage and he died. So that was a pretty unnecessary mistake from our 6.7k Juggernaut right here.
That was a very dangerous play from him.
Yeah, it wasn't completely necessary. He should have just gotten his own farm up. So we actually see 2 TPs going top. They might want to be setting something up on this. They have a Chronosphere. Are they going to get... Do they have enough damage? Who's with him? Who's with him? We have the Zeus, alright. With the Zeus, there should be enough, more than enough damage.
Void, but
yeah, I think this will
die for this.
Yeah, I think he's going down.
Let's see whether other Titan gets the storm off, and he whiffs it. Oh, Spectre hunts it, and he might get the other Titan.
Are they going to get the other Titan?
The Lion might turn for the...
actually, the stun. Alright, extremely good play coming right out here from Engin, getting 3 kills for themselves, but the Juggernaut actually comes in late. He's late to the party. He has a haste rune. He gets the
Omni Slash off, and he spins,
and he spins. It's actually 1v4 right now. Alright, so
and that was 6.7k Juggernaut right
yeah,
there.
1v5 getting 2 kills, understands the limits of his heroes with the haste rune and gets out.
Yeah, and he has the haste with the face drum already online. It's an interesting build from him going drum.
Yeah.
Do you think that
this is a fighting build because Radiant actually wants to fight early on and he needs the items. He can't go for a greedy build because he cannot fight. So yeah, the drum actually provides good HP, good mobility for him.
And I'm guessing he's going for a Yasha.
Yeah, he's going for the Meta or are they actually going to get it?
Oh, and
actually,
what a call by Shikai.
Pretty good
now
call.
he has no mana. Oh yeah, he runs away with
the Vanguard. Yeah, the Vanguard is actually way too tanky. The 2 heroes actually cannot get the kill on the Spectre.
And why is this Spring of the Pillar?
Yeah, it's actually pretty triggering stuff and it's always off, you always on free. But I guess it's a spot, it's not going to be lane, so it's fine. It's not the worst.
Yeah, and that's the ultimate used by Sven.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. You always want to use your ultimates early on to farm as a Sven because you're not going to be able to do much from it. Lion is still level 4, very stuck. Can we see if there's any ancient stacks for the Sven? Or he only has 2 stacks, so yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the fight occurred when he at the 50 plus minimum when he was trying to stack, so he actually didn't manage to stack it well. So only 2 stacks is. But in terms of the levels, you can see the Juggernaut is pretty ahead now.
Yeah, and they're choosing not to deny this mid tower.
Yeah, not too sure why. Maybe trying to bait the enemy team, not actually denying the mid tower. Clockwork rockets down, anticipating that they'll be farming the big camp, but they are not. They're actually just stuck behind the Zeus. They're actually baiting the Zeus right now. Should be pretty obvious. The Zeus should not be playing so far forward if he does not have backup. And what is the Zeus going for? He's going for a Dagon? And the Shikai actually hooks in. Is he going to save his life?
Get the total kill, and he does get
Alright, he takes his life for the Venomancer.
not sure.
Not sure if it was worth it, but I guess it was okay. Not the worst trade. He actually got a lot of information for his team.
Yeah, just creating space for his team, I guess. But this.
Yeah, the Sven farms a 3 stack, and you can see that the Radiant, I mean the Diet actually pretty much ahead in terms of levels for their cores, but in terms of support, you can see the Radiant actually doing extremely well. The Earth Spirit and the Venomancer have both hit 6, pretty crucial levels. Well, the Lion is still struggling. Oh, the Lion actually got a 6, but the other Titan still needs his 6, yeah.
Right. Zeus is leading in the kill 6-3 with his ultimate getting some of those kills, and Lion might be tanking.
So I'm not sure what this Lion is doing. I think he was trying to go for some solo warding adventures, yeah. And start dying. Oh, well, actually the power goes in 1v3. Is he gonna get the Zeus?
Save him out, so the Juggernaut.
Is he gonna get the Zeus? Alright, I'll see the Zeus. Alright, actually that was an insanely good hook there.
Seeker is gonna get a triple kill.
Yeah, he's gonna get, he actually blocked the roll, so insanely good play, but is he gonna die? Is he gonna die right here? Alright, that was a missed chrono right here from the void. He actually does not allow the Spectre to get any hits off. Alright, good move on the low ground, but I think he's gonna die still. Yeah, so pretty inconsequential, I think. The Sven was still farming all along, but this Spectre got some key kills to fund his economy. What does the Spectre have?
Let's see what Spectre has.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Spectre.
falling.
Oh, but we cannot see it.
For the diffuser.
Oh, he's going for the diffuser bit. Alright, so he just wants some good damage. He doesn't want to rush the Radiance, which is understandable. It's okay, it's okay. And
Triggered is going for the diffuser bit still.
yeah, so after that fight, it's actually pretty the state of the game actually stabilized. Now they're just trading farm. Is the Sven still keeping out on his stacks though?
Beating on Dire's top tower.
Alright, he's still keeping out on his stacks, right? So that will be a good boost to his economy.
Oh, actually, guys quite positive right there, but he's still
Yo,
going.
he actually running in. What is he doing? Oh, he actually gets the tower. Insanely many plays. He's not GP out. Alright, he actually trades.
But Venomancer uses his ulti.
Yeah, but it's okay. He actually trades the tower for his okay. Very good roll from the Earth Spirit player right here. I think it's not there. There's a healing ward. I don't think he's dead. The Juggernaut is actually going to run them down right now. Magic damage coming up on the Juggernaut. Silences him.
And the Juggernaut might die from
Yeah, I actually think
he actually just runs away.
Yeah, I actually think he went way too far. Is the roll gonna connect? The roll does not connect. I think the Juggernaut is fine.
Does not have any.
Does our Void player have a... Oh, bash slot right here from the Void player. Gets the Juggernaut.
Look at that time breaker.
Yeah, time breaker doing work right there. First hit bash. But I think Juggernaut actually went too far there. It was pretty unnecessary. He didn't have Omni Slash, so yeah, it was pretty fortuitous effort in an attempt to get the Zeus. Do not think he would have gotten the Zeus anyway.
But I guess that bash was unlucky. He could have survived there if he didn't get bash.
Yeah, pretty unlucky bash right there. But you know, when you have the time breaker and you're a player, you will get the bashes. So
what was the bear right there?
yeah, well done from our Void. And it looks like he's going for a Blood's pretty standard build. Helps out the team.
Yeah, he's probably going for the let into Blink Dagger.
Yeah, actually, the Blink Dagger would be good this game to pick up the backline actually. So I'm not too sure. I think the tower actually baited his team into that engagement right there just for the tower. And Echo Saber on the Sven now. Now he's probably actually personally I wouldn't go for a Blink Dagger on the board. Now I would just go. I mean on the Sven I would just go for BKB because there are a lot of stuff that can cancel your Blink. You have the Spectre, you have the Zeus, you have the Venomancer, Click Ward. So I wouldn't go for a Blink if I was a Sven. I would just go for BKB straight into Daedalus and try to do some work in that sense.
Yeah, lots of damage over time, lots of global ulti.
Yeah, you do not want a Blink Dagger in this situation.
And yeah, this is slightly triggering here, right?
Yeah, it's okay because there are no creeps around. Pretty triggering stuff. So you can see the Zeus with a Haste Rune running around. The power is actually...
Oh,
yeah, the big news is going to be very difficult. Oh, actually get the hook in and oh, actually great storm from another Titan, but they elect not to go. Actually, same play right here. He gets the chrono, two-man chrono. Is he going to get the power player right now? Alright. Oh, he actually bashes on Lucky, so insanely reactive play going up from the Void player right now.
Again, this guy, Time Breaker,
bash slot right here.
Just another Bobbers the Bear faces Void.
Yeah, and because of the nature of this global lineup, you cannot commit to a fight and then just decide to back off all of a sudden. They will catch you with the Earth Spirit and the insane amounts of slows from the Radiant side. So this game is looking very good for Engin, although the law core seems to be pretty well farmed.
Yeah, the Digital Blade is live on the
Spectre, yeah, so it actually gives him a lot of damage. And I think if the Spectre on ulti, the line is pretty much dead. Not a whole lot the line can do is to commit like either Hex or Mana Drain on the Spectre. Yeah, the line is nowhere near his game. It's gonna be a pretty sad game for the line player. So can you look at the net worth to see who's leading out? I think the Juggernaut and the oh, actually, it went up. So in terms of team, the net worth is actually in the Engine's favor. Can we look at the individual net worth? Wow. Alright, so Spectre is actually leading over the Sven and the Juggernaut player right now. So Spectre doing very well for himself, participating in 11 out of 11 fights, netting him a KD of 615. So very good kill involvement right here from the Spectre. See, actually there's a pause right now.
They actually, I think they're going to the toilet. My team has small bladder. Bladder, sorry.
Alright, so there's a pause here. Could be a tactical pause, you never know. I'm actually quite intrigued with this use choice from the Zeus player. Yeah, maybe a 4-star would have been better because you can force out of the cogs.
Yeah,
Use
4-star or a bling might be better. I'm not sure about.
Yeah, not sure about this build item. I think I personally would have went 4-star into some sort of veils to boost the damage of the team, but I think the use is fine here if he's gonna get a dagger. Use dagger helps you get out of a lot of sticky situations. It's a decent item, but not the best against cogs because you still won't be able to get out of cogs.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going for eels just for the mana regen because he's not going for the bloodstone.
Yeah, the mana regen is decent. It's not the best. It's just how much is the mana regen? It's just
150.
Yeah, 150%. It's not the best right here, but I guess it's fine.
So looking at the warding, it's quite defensive on both sides. Dire has a top rune ward and bottom rune ward.
Yeah, I think the warding is pretty even. Not a whole lot of special warding going on right now.
Radiant has a ward at mid and ward in their jungle just at the entrance, just to see any rotations. Yeah. This is just to secure farm for their team.
Yeah.
Just to cut off any entrances
into their jungle. Yeah, they really want to secure their jungle.
Yeah, since they have their mid tower still up.
Yep.
This is a really good warding technique.
Yep. And if you recall, we said in the drafting stage earlier that the Dire should actually pick up some sort of mech or pipe because the heavy magic damage actually posing as a very big problem for them. They actually have no form of sustain, which might come back to is already haunting them and might continue to haunt them later on.
Yeah, but the problem is there's no mech carrier.
Yeah, there's no mech carrier.
Yeah.
Perhaps the Elder Titan can get a pipe, but yeah, you're right. There's no mech carrier right now.
Yeah, the supports are quite poor on Dire's side, so let's just.
I would be pretty surprised if the Elder Titan, pretty poor supports right now. 6 CS, pretty standard stuff. So I hope they come back from their toilet break. So just to update on the other game, the Arts actually stomped USP 35-7 and they're proceeding to the final. So winner of this series will go on to fight Arts in the final of the IFG.
Yeah, Arts won USP 2-0. So this is some good team from Arts.
So if Law or Engine is paying attention to these games right now, they might want to respect ban of this clutch because this clutch is absolutely doing work. I caught glimpses of the game and the clutch hooks are actually pretty good. This clutch player is actually pretty experienced clutch player. 7-1-6, ending the game with a score 7-1-6. So yeah. So we see the game is actually resumed now. The ultimates are down on Spectre, Zeus, and Chrono. So they might want to set up something right now. The Law might actually want to set up something right now. The heroes actually split up 2 at top, 2 at bottom. So there's actually a smoke. I'm going to go for a smoke gang soon with the Juggernaut Omnislash. Because Omnislash is actually a good watch. But was he actually spotted out?
I think he was spotted out by this observer.
Yeah, they should reward it. They should get the reward off if they are paying attention to the moon.
Yeah. Sven still hasn't bought his component for next item, so he might be thinking of the blink, the bad idea. And Lion goes in for the kill on just another bear.
Are they gonna get? Insane silence!
But
he's just died regardless. That was
and she kind of gets the Battle Mentor at the side. Juggernaut might die from here.
He's going to die.
Definitely gonna die. And Lion is released from that. But Spectre is still going ham onto the
Clockwork player. He actually used insane amount amount of damage
Yeah,
and
and-
reduced ulti for. Oh, he actually got the lion too when he was retreating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, pretty good ultimate from the Zeus right there, and you can see the global strat paying off.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, that was
is
really
under
good place from
attack.
Engine. But
Slight
still
bit of
lost to-
overextension, yeah, slight
Yeah.
bit of overextension from Law. They thought they could get the kill, they did not expect Earthquake to be there.
Oh, and the Sven just ultis and kills off the Earthquake, but he might just die.
Yeah,
from
he
here.
might just die. The
Yes.
Earthquake was just creating space for him
Yeah.
right there.
And he's dead.
Yeah, it's worth it, it's worth it. The Earthquake trading is life for the opponent.
Yeah, and you can see the Sven bought a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he's actually going for the blink in spite of the fact that there are many damage over time spells going on in the Radiant too. So
Yeah, and the close up on the Spectre Horn with the Zeus ulti is
yeah, so I do not actually entirely agree with this blink dagger, but we'll see how he manages to make it work out.
whoa.
But he
Going
actually
for the
he gets
Zeus.
the hook on the Zeus, so
I think he's definitely
Zeus,
dead.
why?
Oh, the Spectre's going in. The Zeus reveals himself.
Yeah,
and
what
he
the
still
hell is
dies.
the Zeus doing? The Zeus
Oh.
actually took way too long to use himself. The Zeus also did not force stuff out, so I wonder what was the Zeus doing
Yeah,
there.
the Zeus I don't think has a force stuff yet.
Yes,
Oh,
force
yes?
stuff. He actually picked up a force
Oh,
stuff when he
then
was
he
dead.
might be AFK in the head. Maybe a slight DDoS over there.
Yeah, maybe he just used the force stuff.
Yeah, the
pretty
force stuff
tragic
right here.
stuff.
So that was a good ward from.
Yeah. I think it's
Dire
worth it to
side.
trade your life for the enemy mid. So once again, great plays from Shika here.
Yeah,
Making,
the offlaners are actually doing so much work in this game.
yeah, making this 4 play. Oh, and he did. He actually didn't die.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought he died.
he didn't die because of the. I don't know. Spectre was gonna die if he committed one more hit. Yeah, Desolate and Big Nails quite indestructible.
Yeah, so alright, making plays Shikai right here, but his cost actually need to step it up. The Juggernaut has actually been guilty of a few overextensions this game, and he needs to step up his game right now. Pick up some farm to be able to challenge the Spectre, because we all know if the Spectre is on the profile. And another hook
kill on the
from
Veno.
Shikai on the Venom.
Oh, it's a solo kill and Veno
Yeah, you can
just
see
died.
Shikai actually doing a lot of work for his team.
Yeah,
Picking
Lion
off the
just-
supports left, right, and center.
Yeah, Lion just watches that.
Yeah, he understands that he needs to beat, so
Yeah, so he might just use the in this room
yeah,
just to
he
ward up.
wants to scout us first. Actually,
Oh, he might go for the hex here. And back down.
yeah, but he definitely
That's
oh, that's pretty good.
nothing.
Yeah, so we can see that Earthquake's positioning this game has been actually insanely good, saving his cost multiple times with the silencers and the stuns and the counter initiation. So very well played from Earthquake here.
Not too sure about why he's holding.
Yeah, why isn't he clicking on the tomb? This is actually
I
pretty
think
confusing.
he's holding it off for the
Venomancer, yeah, he might actually
Because
give
it's
it
level
to
11, he has
yeah.
level 2 ulti.
Yeah, he actually maxed his stun and silence.
Oh, that was obvious, I guess.
Yeah, but not sure if they snipped that out. So, actually, ultimate. They're going for the Sven. The Sven is actually off his god strength.
Yeah,
Is he
silenced
going to
up.
man up? The Venomancer ulti goes
And
off.
Sven dies because he doesn't have BKB.
Yep, and the ward is still alive.
He spits out to find Shikai, he might just get escalated.
Yeah, but yeah, he died. Juggernaut died. The Spectre is actually way too strong right now.
And Shikai just might die from here. Yes,
Yeah.
he is dead. There's a 3-man death from Dire side.
Yeah, so we can see the heavy magic damage, and if the fight draws out, the magic damage kicks in, and there's not a whole lot Law team can do. They actually
Yeah.
need to burst down heroes, but they do not have the necessary items to burst down.
The
engine
Earthquake
side.
actually did really well in stunning and then silencing the Sven, so he couldn't put a stun off.
Yeah, this Earthquake is actually playing insanely well right here. Jurek Earthquake
Yeah,
actually
Jurek
doing
Earthquake
a lot of
right
work,
there.
paying off his team with the pick right there. Paying his captain, he wants the Earthquake and actually doing a lot of work with this Earthquake.
Looks like Dire
He's actually
hit
going
by
for 4 staff to
disruption.
bail his team out to be able to kite the Sven, so good pick up there.
Oh,
He actually didn't manage to dodge the storm, but it's okay,
Yeah,
the costs are
and-
still dead.
he went for the blink on the void, so
Yeah, the Void actually doesn't need to do damage this game, he just needs to get a good chrono off, because you already have the damage source from the Earthquake, the Zeus, the Spectre, and the Venomancer, so
yeah, he might be just going for an
I think he should go for an Aghanim, yeah, and kill anyone whenever his
agonism
ultimate comes out cooldown.
very good on the void, so
But he may opt for a carry build, you never know. Both builds are fine, but I personally would favor the Aghanim build on the board. The Venomous actually went for a Redeemer, so it's a defensive item, so they actually want a defensive item because they understand they have enough damage right now, so they go for a defensive item. But good play here from Law team because they understand that the ultimate of the engine team is down, and so now they're gonna proceed to roll and take it.
Yeah, good scouting rocket from the Clockwork, but I don't think they can contest this.
Yeah, the advantage is bullshit. I think.
Yeah, I think he might just die from there on the top. Yeah, getting Aegis, and they are not going for the Venom, or Juggernaut might just ulti right here. Yeah, Juggernaut ulti for the Venom kill, and he might be into it after this.
So by his Aegis is fine, his Aegis is fading, and then he
Oh, what a bait. Oh, and Sven gets on the stun on Zeus. Zeus is dead.
Yeah.
Spectre runs away,
So,
and
not too
on
sure
the
what
other
they
side,
will.
Void might die. He has no ulti. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lion
so
just gets the kill.
yeah, like I said, they took the opportunity that when the ultimates are down, they went to take Roshan to force an engagement, but I think the engine team should have just shield on. They should have just shield, let the Roshan go away because you do not have your ultis, yeah.
They shouldn't have gone in. That call was bad.
Yeah. Bad call right there. Not sure what the Venomancer was thinking.
I think the Venomancer just baited his whole team to
Yeah.
death, so not sure what's happening.
Yeah, not the best play right there. But this Spectre is just insanely fast. He has Vanguard, Manta, and Diffuser at 25 minutes. Yeah, Spectre, once the Spectre gets a Sky or Heart, he's pretty much unkillable, I would say. So you can see that the Sven is actually going for a Crystal. He's skipping the BKB altogether, so he wants to burst enemy heroes down. And he's hoping that he doesn't get stunned, because the only stun is actually from the Void on the street. So there are only 2 stuns, there are tons of slows. So yeah, this Sven just wants to burst the enemy team down.
I guess he knows that the damage comes from Sticker, so he might just be distracting their team. If he gets BKB, they might just ignore him.
Yeah.
And go straight for the Juggernaut.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
maybe high level plays from Sven here.
Yeah, and delaying the BKB is actually good because the later you buy a BKB, the more duration you have on your BKB, and it's better towards late game. So it's the eternal ME play right here, saving the BKB for later on.
Oh, E Sama on Team
Sama.
NP, I think.
Yeah, Sama is on Team MP playing with AUI. Although he just killed AUI from Speed Game last time, so I mean from Cloud9, so we are not sure how their relationship actually. Oh, actually the Chrono comes in good. It's actually a 2-man Chrono. The Earthquake rolls in.
Shikai might die from there, and Shikai Juggernaut goes in with the ultimate. Aegis is still up, so they might waste his Aegis.
Yeah, the Juggernaut actually doesn't
and
do
on the
a
backline,
whole lot of
they kill off the Lion, and they try and kill off the Sven. Sven is dead. Aegis is gone.
Aegis is taken down. I think the Juggernaut.
Shikai goes back in with the buyback.
Yeah, I'm sure the Juggernaut is going down like this. There's not a whole lot he can do.
Yeah, Juggernaut might die, but he's trying to get the Zeus. He does
Yeah,
not
but
get the Zeus.
it's quite fast. I think it's going to be a team wipe.
Void runs away.
Wipe. Yes, it's going to be a full 5-man wipe. Yeah.
5-man team wipe with the buyback on top work.
So that was actually pretty tragic. A good Chronosphere right there catching out the Sven. They understand that the Sven is dealing most of the damage. Because if you have a lot of heroes tanking out, the Omnislash doesn't deal a lot of damage. So they identified that the Sven was the threat, they took him down, and there are no defensive saves either on the dire side. So they could not save the Sven, and the Sven just goes down. So we can see the potency of this Chronosphere right here doing absolutely shit ton amounts of work for his team.
Let's just see the thing. Oh, it just got the U shape. So then Team NP almost there. Yeah, that's really good.
Illuminati right there.
Yeah, Illuminati right there. So that was really good kiting and plays from the engine side. They're actually really good at team fighting.
They have actually way too much damage over time, and their burst is not too bad. Yeah. So yeah, pretty well-rounded draft from engine side right now. And I think as long as they take it smart, they only fight when they have Chronosphere. The Zeus constantly stays back, and you let the Spectre and the Void player frontline, you should be fine.
Yeah, let's just take a look at the warding. Lion did a lot of aggressive warding.
Yeah, but you have a Zeus, you don't even need to buy sentries. You have a non-committal way of dewarding. So
he put in 3 wards like right here. 1 got dewarded, but he still has 2 more, so he can still see the movements of the range.
Yeah, those are actually pretty aggressive bots considering they do not have much map control, so I'm not sure why he actually plays that. If they were going on the aggressive, they should have gotten a smoke or something, but instead they got gone on at the mid tower, so... Oh, actually the Faceless Void...
That's a solo kill, T-First right there.
Yeah, well, his Chronosphere is up. Oh, why is the cooldown so low? Didn't he just Chrono at me?
I guess there was 110 seconds.
Yeah, alright, so good play from the Void player right here, picking off the Lion. Was a solo kill, right?
Yeah, that's a solo kill. Solo Chrono onto the Lion.
Yeah. Good plays from the Void right here.
Yeah.
So I think this game should if nothing goes wrong, Engin should take this game and we should be going on to a game 3. Assuming nothing disastrous happens for our Engin players right now. What does the Spectre have? Is he going for a Hut or a Skadi?
So Spectre is going for a...
Oh, he actually upgraded the Diffuser, but I think he has his 3 to go, so we're not sure what he's going. Could go for Hut, could go for Skadi, both actually work out fine. Might actually want to go for a B-Fly too. I wouldn't mind a B-Fly right here because there are two pretty good physical damage costs going on at the law team.
Oh, Horn goes in for top lane.
Oh, he actually goes in for the Horn.
Oh, and Hook misses.
Yeah,
and the other side is Ulti. That's just
Ulti misses. The Spectre actually picked off one already.
On backline.
Oh, first hit bash on Shikai. Is this guy gonna die? He's not gonna die, but I think the,
just another bash, still alive. But
yeah, but I think the Cloudwork player is gonna die.
yeah, Sven TP's out, and Cloudwork.
Oh, actually,
might
there's a good
just
Cox.
die,
There's a good Cox, but yeah, he's gonna die.
Oh, he forced us out, and he's just making space.
Yeah, he's trying very hard to but he dies. You can see the Spectre on is causing way too many problems.
And seeing this 617k player right here, he's just pushing the lane since he can't TP up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what.
Oh, this is an extremely questionable build. I feel he didn't max his
Beating on Dire's top tower.
Blade Dance. Yeah, I'm not sure why you would get
Someone's
stats over Blade
connection
Dance. Blade
dropped.
Dance is actually a lot of increase in
Dire's
your
top tower is under
damage
attack.
output. So I do not agree with this. I do
Yeah,
not.
35% critical chance is actually, it will increase the damage a whole lot.
Yeah.
Not
Dire's
sure whether
top tower
he...
has fallen.
And I don't think the stats is useful here because even though he's tanky, if his team dies, he's not going to be doing anything either. But the Juggernaut actually has a diffuser completed now. So what the Juggernaut needs to do is he needs to open up on the supports, he needs to open up on the Zeus, he needs to open up on the Earth Spirit and the Venomancer and get them out of the fight and move that damage.
Yeah, and you can see the Lion is going for the Blink Dagger now. It's a 30-minute blink.
Yeah, he's actually insanely pro, but he should get it from this wave.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't miss the last hit right there.
Scouting rocket right here.
Radiant's bottom
Triggered
tower is under
is
attack.
Diffusal 2 with 4.5k in his bank.
Yeah, he actually has a shit ton of both. It will be pretty interesting to see like, what he'll buy.
Yeah, I think he's thinking of either Radiance or going for the...
The Radiant, Heart, or Skadi. Yeah, that's he can buy actually a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah, tanky Juggernaut Illusions, just think.
Yep. So alright, the Sven has the data, he's actually starting to output a lot of damage, but we need to understand that as long as he doesn't have BKB, he's still affected by the diffuser bait, still very much kiteable, and still affected by the dispersion damage. So he needs a BKB right now. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't go for a BKB.
Yeah, Cloudwork is going for his agonism.
Yeah, he just wants to.
So,
yeah, he wants a low cooldown on the hook. Yep.
yeah.
Lion has a blink. What does the Elder Titan have?
Our Titan is has his Glimmer Cape, which
Okay,
is
so he just wants to stay alive from
Yeah.
the Horn. He doesn't want to die from the Horn alone. Alright, so they smoke up, they want to set up a fight here, but Void does have Chrono Spear.
and this is a tier 1 tower, so
Yeah,
let's see how they fight right here.
How are they going to approach despite the Elder Titan sends his spirit from the back? Can he get a good stop
Oh,
off? The
he
Strength
can
actually
stun
goes in with his God Strength. Can he burn him down?
Better uses
Oh, the actually uses the...
oh, and another uses ulti.
Yeah, and it's going to be a disaster.
Zeus might die from the Earth Splitter, he heals up.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be a disaster.
Zeus dies and Shikai might die from the Earth Spirit. Void uses his Chrono and tries to kill off. Other Titan's the last man on their team and he's definitely going to die. Oh, he's juking them, he's juking
Actually,
them.
pretty good at juking, but
Oh,
I think
and
they snipped
yeah,
it
that's
out
the
the
Radiant
Radiant
on
damage,
the
yeah.
Spectre.
So that was a pretty big mistake. I think actually a 4-star came out to save the Void
Dire's
there, I
bottom
think.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
Did the
let's
Australia
just
use 4-star?
Earth Spirit did not use 4 stars, he died too fast, I think. Yeah, that was a really good positioning from
Yeah,
Void.
I'm not
He
sure
went
how
for
the
the
Void
backline.
actually managed to get out. It
Yeah.
looked like he got 4-star or something, but the Lion actually missed his stun and he didn't manage to finger.
Radiant's top
I think
tower
the
is under
yeah
attack.
the fight was split from
Dire's
here
bottom
and here,
tower needs
so
some help.
Yeah, but as you can see, if the Sven does not get very lucky with his crits, he actually does not have enough burst damage to crit on the board.
Dire's snow
And this is
fortified
why-
structures.
This is why it's such a good hero.
Dire's bottom tower
yeah,
is
and I think
under
Sven just went in too ham right there. He should have waited for the commit to the tower.
Yeah,
before he went
they
into
should
the
defend the tower.
Radiant's top
Really good
tower
effort.
is under attack.
Yeah, that was
And
bad.
Juggernaut was not there at the start of the fight too. I think he had to keep so yeah, I think this game is pretty much over, I would say.
Yeah, let's just see what Spectre has. Spectre's going for.
Yeah, he went Radiant.
Yeah, he went Radiant.
He understands that he cannot die, he wants more damage.
Yeah, Aghanim's on the
What, and he's actually for Lincoln Sphere, I feel. Yeah, he needs the Lincoln Sphere. Lincoln Sphere will be good after Lincoln because you have single target stance on the Void and Sven and the Lion players. So.
Yeah, and he has 3k gold in the bank for Spectre.
Yeah, basically the Void is his oyster. He can buy whatever the hell he wants. He's almost, pretty much invincible right now.
Yeah, either Abyssal tank.
Yeah, he got Abyssal study hard. Even a butterfly wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, so anything one.
Yeah, so I think Law should try to reflect on this game now. They should try to start thinking about what they can do for the next game.
Yeah, because I think they freaking lost.
Yeah, they freaking lost, I feel. Not a whole lot they can do about this
Let's
game.
just see how they work this out. Oh,
Yeah.
Spectre TP's in, and Juggernaut back soft.
Yeah, the Spectre, Juggernaut cannot fight the Spectre right now. Spectre could probably tank a full damage Omni Slash and still walk out with at least 1/4 HP.
Yeah, and he's nice tower just to stop any more economy
Yep.
from dire side.
So you see, a big problem is that as long as the Spectre pops his horn, right, the Lion dies, the Elder Titan dies, and the supports are very limited in terms of their effectiveness, and so the Spectre. Oh, and the Spectre is actually going for a Basher. Is there a Basher?
For the
he's going for a Booster Bait. He just wants more BKB lockdown to lock down either the Juggernaut or the Sven. But the Sven does not even have a BKB. So
he just went for the Daedalus, and this Blink Dagger is still questionable. He wants to be the initiator, but they actually have a clock to do that. So, not sure what his
Dire's
plan
middle
is.
tower is
Going in
under
hand.
I think the Blink Dagger is fine if he wants to burst someone, but the problem is they do not have enough burst damage right now.
Yeah.
It would be okay if they had a high damage hero like say Lina or a Zeus of some sort, but since they do not, don't quite agree with this Blink Dagger stuff. But it's only 2k gold, but it pumps out your it speeds up your farming efficiency too, so it's still fine. Juggernaut actually spots out the Roche is up, so is Engin gonna take Roche?
Well, there's a offensive. There's 2 wards right here, so this wards will spot any
Entrance into the Roche pit, right?
entrance into the Roche pit. So they can take Roche anytime they want, but let's just see what they're trying to do right now. They do not have scam.
The Spectre actually completes a little bit.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah, good for him. But he has no buyback now. So if somehow, some way they manage to catch the Spectre, it will be quite a problem. But I wouldn't be too upset about Spectre now because he has 2.4 HP. He's seeing the amount of damage reduction in his game, and I think he's doing very well for himself.
Yeah.
Oh yes, as I say that, is he gonna get bursted? Where is the what? Counter initiator. Oh, very unlucky bounce on the right there. He goes on the flip. Oh, insane double mortar right there.
And then the counter initiator before his corner goes out just to stop the support from jumping in.
Yeah.
Because dead, and all of them are dead.
Alright, good play
This
right there, yeah.
should be GG right here, or at
But
least mid-rank.
they actually messed up right there. I mean,
killing spree.
Yeah, it did.
if you notice in that fight, you notice the Omni Slash actually bounced on the creep. That was insanely unlucky. They might have gotten the Spectre there. But you know, sometimes the RNGesus is just not in your favor. The Omni Slash bounces off the creep. They do not manage to burst the Spectre.
Yeah, but the 4-star save was really good. On
Yeah, very good double 4-star play to save the Spectre ball right. Okay, and Law should call a GG right now.
Yeah.
No point staying in this game. This game is over. Just get out for the next game. You fresh out.
Hold on, but
And
Yeah,
not
they
fight
call
back,
the
right?
GG.
Yeah,
Yeah, they call the
GG.
GG.
So, 1-1, Law and Engin back to a POT.
Yeah, very strong draft here coming out from the Engin team. A very heavy magic-based lineup that can play 4v5 so that they allow the space to farm up and hunt into. So yeah, I think this is an extremely good draft from the Engin, and probably not a very good draft from Law.